Bypassing the baggage claim carousel, Tanner exited the airport. Bass was waiting at the curb, huge grin on his face as he lowered the passenger's side window and gestured for him to get in. "You look great, bro," he told his friend, and it was the truth. Bass was happier than Tanner had ever seen him. "Rachel does a man good," Bass quipped. "I can see that." Tanner shoved his bag into the back seat and buckled in. "How is the fiancé?" "Working like a crazy person." But Bass grinned, and his tone made it clear that Rachel's working habits didn't upset him. "She's allocated me exactly an hour tonight." Tanner raised a brow. Another flash of teeth. "She's clearing the decks for our honeymoon." "Where are you guys going?" "Aruba," Bass sighed. "The surf, white sand, and more importantly, no cell phones." "That bad?" "That bad," Bass said, navigating the airport's exit. "But Rach and I both have a hard time turning it off sometimes." "I know the feeling," Tanner agreed. "Always seems to be one more thing to do. Another project to squeeze in." A punch to his arm. "Which is why I appreciate you coming to the wedding. I know your work schedule is just as crazy as ours. Where are you heading next? Antarctica? Some uninhabited part of the Amazon? Or, to keep with A's, Australia?" Funny story, Tanner wasn't actually going anywhere. That's what happened when a man burned out at the top of his career. Or at least, that was the route he'd taken, fucking idiot that he was. He just hadn't told anyone yet. "Well, actually..." Bass's cell rang. "Oh, sorry, man. That's Rachel. I should make sure she's..." "Don't have to explain to me," he said. "Pick up." Since Bass had already pressed the button to answer the call, his reassurance was moot. Rachel's, or what he assumed was Rachel's, voice filled the car's speakers. "Hey, babe," she said. "I grabbed a table. Has Tanner's flight landed yet?" "Yep. His ass is currently plunked into the passenger seat." "Tell him not to mess with my settings," she said, laughter lacing her tone. "I just got the recline perfect." "Hi," Tanner said. "That recline sounds serious. I'll be on my best behavior." "Hi, Tanner," she said. "I'm kidding about the seat, obviously. Live vicariously and recline all you want." "Noted," he said. "It's nice to meet you." "You too." She had a nice voice, warm and kind. "I'll let you two catch up, though I hope you like tacos." "Love them," he replied, smirking inwardly because at heart he was a 12-year-old boy, and also because after spending the last 6 months in the most remote parts of Southeast Asia, it had been way too long since he'd had tacos of any variety, food, female, or otherwise. "Carnitas?" "Of course. This place has the best." They spent a few more minutes exchanging pleasantries before Rachel broke off. "Oh, Kels just walked in. I'm going to grab her. See you guys soon." Click. But he barely registered the sound of Rachel hanging up because... "Kelsey's here too?" he asked, gut twisting. He hadn't heard from her in years, random call almost a year back aside. She'd phoned out of the blue, apologizing for being a bitch to him in the past, for ruining things between them, when clearly he'd been the asshole who'd blown it and then hadn't been able to recognize that in time to get her back. He'd assumed the call had come because she was drunk, though she'd assured him otherwise. But why she was holding on to guilt about their fling going south when she hadn't played any part didn't make any sense. He should have known better. He should have done better. The only thing he could make sense of was that they were both young and impulsive, and while neither of them were so young anymore, Kelsey didn't appear to have grown out of the impulsiveness. Bass smiled. "Yeah, it's great," he said. "She moved out here not too long ago, so I actually get to see her now and then." Another nudge of his shoulder against Tanner's. "You don't mind walking her down the aisle, do you?" And considering Tanner had once contemplated that very same action, before he'd panicked and ruined things, he couldn't do anything but force a matching smile and nod. "Of course I don't mind." Whether Kelsey would was a completely different story.